And welcome everybody once again to a Safe Place Podcast's Weekly News. How you doing, Craig?
I'm looking forward to this one. I like the media one.
Oh, do you? Go on then, go for it, mate. What you got on the headlines this week then?
The only thing that I do good is have a good rant and whinge about stuff.
It's because you're getting old. Go on, what you got?
Biden beats Trump. Right? And the funny thing about this is Trump's gone straight for the lawsuit. He's gone straight for the jugular.
Yeah. Well, he said, isn't it, that a good winner is always gracious in defeat, and it just shows that Trump is not a good loser, is he?
Do you know what's great? They got the numbers in right really early because he went for the lawsuits weeks ago, didn't they?
Yeah.
And said that it's a conspiracy. But they got the results in, they predicted, and they was like, don't show Donald Trump. Don't show him. No, we better show him. It looks like Biden's basically pissing it, Donald. Right, what's the backup plan? Make out it's fake. Make out they faked it.
Yeah, well, maybe it is. I mean, I've heard a conspiracy theory running around. It's got nothing to do with me, by the way, but it's a conspiracy theory nonetheless, and it revolves around this, is that Trump's done a 4-year service as president and he's been voted straight out. And people have said the reason why is because he's been the one highlighting how fake the media is. And obviously to the world elite that like to control the media, control the way people think, they don't want someone like Trump in power highlighting how valuable the media is, because it actually is a weapon or a tool that the elite use to dictate and govern our own minds. That's a conspiracy theory I heard. I'm not saying I believe in it, but I'm just throwing it out there.
But you know what? Guess what? Knowing Donald Trump, he's going to find a job better than the president of America.
What job's that going to be then?
He's going to be the president of planet Mars. That's what he's going to do. He's going to fly to Mars and make his own country up there. He's got the cash.
Well, he looks like he's spent time on Mars. I know that much. Go on, what else you got for us?
So, I don't know why we care so much about the US government.
Do you know what shocks me when you look through Facebook, right? You look through Facebook and it's like everyone's an expert on American politics now. Everyone's got an opinion and they all know that Donald Trump's right to be out and this Biden guy's the better option to have in.
77-year-old old fossil that's been pictured doing very strange things with children.
I know, yeah. That footage looks really... Now, are we projecting our own crappy mindsets about what dodgy people look like onto these people? Maybe Biden's just so full of love. He likes to groom little kids. And it's our crappy idea of what a paedophile is or an abuser that actually gets in the way of that and goes, that's wrong. Actually, he might be just a nice guy.
I think if I went round to my niece and nephew and started sniffing their hair and squeezing their nipples...
Again, you'll be banged up again.
I think...
Don't do it yet. You've only got 6 months left on the sex offenders list.
They don't like that at the Christmas dinner, but it's all right for Biden.
It is, yeah. So what else you got for us, pal? Let's scroll through it.
Right then, so... The Queen leads the Remembrance Sunday all alone in a face mask, God bless her.
Oh, it's a shame. Why doesn't the Queen lead utility companies like British Gas, etc., to lower fuel prices so old people can eat and warm themselves in the winter? Why doesn't the Queen lead that? Do you know why the Queen doesn't lead it? Because she doesn't give a flying fuck.
Right, this is a good fucking argument. I've got no problem with the Queen. I like the Queen. You know I like the Queen? Tourism. Gets the tourists in, doesn't it?
That's the biggest argument for pro-monarchs, isn't it? They make £35 billion a year in tourism. Well, big deal.
Do you know what? The thing is, you know, when Prince Harry left, he ran away from the royal family.
He's done a runner,
right? And they said, what's he going to do for money? He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. He'll do a magazine shoot once a month and that'll pay his swimming pools. Don't worry about him.
Well, I'm not for the monarchy. It's a controversial thing to say, but I'm not for it. I think the worst thing we can have in this day and age now is a big divide between the privileged, the wealthy, the rich, and the poor. It creates a lot of anger on both sides, really, because the rich, powerful, and privileged, in a sense, don't want to lose what they've got. And obviously people at the poor end of the aspect haven't got things that they need and want. And of course they're going to want it. So that divide between the two is especially to do with lockdown and how all these small businesses are going out of business now. The divide between the people that have and the people that have not is bigger than ever. And obviously what happens with that in terms of emotions is anger comes up. Anger's a beautiful human emotion to try and get something that you need. And eventually, if we look at the way things are going, they're only going to get worse, aren't they?
That's a beautiful speech, Andrew, but let me just tell you this now.
Go on.
Is this theory going to work? So, the big divide, we're all different, and we know spiritually we are all uniquely the same. And
Do
that's
we?
the problem. We are
News to me.
we are in these packs, aren't we? These poor packs, poverty
Tribes.
packs, problem packs.
Tribes.
Yeah. So, Donald Trump, he is now president on planet Mars, remember? We've decided that.
Yeah, or has been. He looks like he's been to Mars.
And he's invented a weapon that can shoot down and pulverise planet Earth, right?
What are you on about?
This is a theory that I've got.
Ah,
Based on your
I thought he was literally speaking.
right?
Yeah.
It's not in the BBC headline.
He's developed a weapon. Trump's lost and he's developed a weapon to pulverise people. Thank God he's out of power.
Like some out of Mars attacks. So basically, he says that anybody over £1 million in their account has to give all that money to the poorest people in the community, right? So there's no more millionaires from tomorrow. This rule comes out. We share the wealth. The millionaire still lives quite comfortably, I'm sure he does, on $1 million.
Yeah.
And he shares this wealth out to the community. Is this something that's is that an idea that could work in the future?
I don't think so, because take the side of the rich and powerful, do you want to give money to people that are, in a sense, uneducated and will blow and waste that money? I mean, look, let's be honest with our tribe. Our tribe comes from the poorer aspect of society,
Aye.
right? Yeah, it does. And let's look about how how people around us use money. 95% of people that have money in our tribe use it and waste it needlessly.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
But so do the rich people. They waste it. They'll waste it on golf memberships, on private jets. So we're all, in a sense, we're just looking at a different version of ourselves. When a poor person looks at a rich person, we're looking at how we would be if we was rich. And when a rich person looks at a poor person, they're looking at how they would look if they were poor. What we're really seeing is that, and one of the worst things is, we condemn the other like they're wrong. Actually, all it's doing is highlighting the absolute full spectrum of human nature, depending upon what
What's
they've
the
got.
answer? Give
Well,
us
the
the
answer. The answer is this. Look, we find out what that weapon is that Trump's developing, and instead of using it to pulverise people, we use it to spiritualise people and educate them.
Is spirituality the answer for poverty?
Imagine the weapon like Donald Trump. You know the Matrix. You know when they plug his head in and he goes, "Oh, I just learned kung fu." Imagine the weapon Donald Trump works on spiritualises people and educates them, and somebody just gets pulverised by his weapon, and he comes around and goes, "I've just learned how to be responsible with money."
I've just realised that I don't have to spend £80 on a Yankee candle for Christmas.
Yeah, I need a Yankee candle. That's another thing. Just like us poor people, how much money do we waste on shit?
On material things, and this is a good thing to just, if we've got time to bring this up. The Christmas is coming soon, and you're going to spend a lot of money
On crap.
And you know what? Sometimes what I see people do, they buy guilt presents because they've done bugger all year.
Hold on. I'm going to rip up my Christmas list. Everything is guilt. Raw on that.
Yeah, you purchase all these things in this, and guess what? The kids don't play with them a week after Christmas.
They play with the
Day.
boxes. They play with the boxes. Well, let's look at it. Let's put the microscope there. So, how difficult is it for us as parents to find the money, with all the overtime, with all the credit and debt we get into, to find the resources to buy the kids the presents that we want? It's massively difficult, isn't it? The incredible thing is, all we're doing is indoctrinating that same anxiety, stress and worry into our kids. So when they grow up, they've inherited the same shitty problems that we're dealing with, all because we think that the best way to love somebody is to gift them a material object. The best love that you can give to somebody is a gift of time and wanting to be with them.
This will sound like we're being big Scrooges. You can still enjoy Christmas, enjoy the meal with the family, and playing a game of cards and a board game.
Grow some fucking hairy balls and just say, you know what, this year, kids, you're not having any presents. And I know it's going to upset you because all your friends around you are going to have the latest technology and you're having nothing. But don't worry, I'm going to sit down with you for Christmas Day. I'm not going to drink alcohol to numb the pain and the overtime that I've had to work to pay for your Xbox. I'm going to sit down with you all day and I'm just going to be with you and explore your wonderful world. And it's not going to happen, is it?
You're going to put the Xbox on straight away and you're going to go down to your little man cave and have a couple of bottles of Budweiser.
A couple. I'm going to get wasted Christmas. I'm tired.
Because it's just a blur.
Look at this year. Look at this year of stress, worry, fear, COVID, lockdown, Trump. And it's just, people are just working so hard and so tired. It's understandable why people
Haven't got
just
time to
shut
quickly
up.
go into COVID.
No,
Do you know what?
no, let's not go there because
I've
I've
had
enough
the
of it.
best year of my life, mate.
Yeah, you have, and that's only because you're bone idle.
I've
When he was on furlough, he's literally you. That was your dream.
I actually think that I manifested furlough for the people.
Go on.
I manifested. I've always thought, why can't people get paid 100% of their wages and stay at home in their slippers so we can actually do something worthwhile, like spend some time with our partner or eat a meal where we're not rushing in until
Beautiful camouflage you're wearing.
And I manifested
Beautiful
this
camouflage.
reality.
You know what that camouflage is covering up?
Lazy
You'll need
asshole.
to be bone idle.
Yeah. I just don't like working.
No,
It's a
I
rat
know.
race.
It is. Unless you're doing something that you're really passionate about, then all for
Passion.
you. But you know
Passion.
what? I feel sorry for people, and I'm one of them. I do work outside of counselling that I am absolutely not passionate about, and it's soul destroying.
How'd you get through the day, mate? I struggle. I perceive a different reality to survive.
Yeah. Well, hopefully through these podcasts, if people tune into our more serious ones and understand about the thoughts, feelings and emotions, people can begin to challenge some of these old ideologies that they have of having to work in the way that they've been working to create a life of material that they think is going to find them some fulfillment. And when eventually all it does is leads to more lack of fulfillment, more pain, more suffering, more wanting, more needing. And then as a result of that, our beautiful kids inherit that distorted, misperceived aspect of reality and grow up with the same worries, stresses and pains that we have.
By the way, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas, everybody.
And a Happy New Hanukkah.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.